All right, so this is a review on After Hours by The Weeknd. The artwork is actually impressive to say the least because I'm in title. I, I was gonna show you the thing, but it just makes no sense right now. But it flips from color to color, from red to blue, and I think to black. And his face, it's like it's a vampire, something mad like that. Anyway, um, but yeah, so there is 14 tracks in this album. So there's Alone Again, Too Late, Hardest to Love, Scared to Live, Snow Child, Escape from LA, Heartless, Faith, Blinding Lights, In Your Eyes, Save Your Tears, Repeat After Me Interlude, and After Hours, and then Until I Bleed Out. In all honesty, before I get into it, I just want to say I got into this album, listening to this album, right? Because some people are comparing it to Michael Jackson and all that stuff there. I'm like, okay. Because I heard it before, someone saying it, and I'm like, nah, I don't really hear it still. And then I thought, raw, you know what? Now that he got an album, let me listen to his album. The only thing that is similar to Michael Jackson is the singing style in terms of it being falsetto. That's it. That is it. Now, there is this commercial sound, which is kind of strange when I think about it, because when it comes to music, music is just music. But I feel like sometimes, because I went into expectation thinking he sounded like Michael Jackson and this, that, and the third, and then him trying to say that harsher Stoley style or whatever. I'm like, I mean, I don't know how to say this in any other way. Obviously, when it comes to music, Michael Jackson has set the bar high, like for literally everything. For literally everything, from the music videos to his singing style, like falsetto, from like every other male artist after Michael Jackson has now started to sing in that way. Now, there were other artists before Michael Jackson singing in that way, and in the era of Michael Jackson, anyway, there definitely was. But what I'm trying to tell you is he inspired that, you know what I mean? Like, so many other... Because think about it, if someone is successful with something, you're going to want to try to emulate that success anyway, correct? So it does make sense to why, Michael Jackson being number one, like the one, it's like, you look to that. So it's like, if he's falsetto, I'm going to sing falsetto, even if that's not your natural singer voice. You understand? Because anyway, let me not get go off to a tangent. As usual, I'm going to get into one song. If it's out of context or in context, it is what it is. But yeah, also going to mention about the sonics of the album. It's like I feel like he was definitely trying way too hard to appeal to the commercial radio sound. I get it. You want that pay, get me. You want royalties, isn't it? So you got to do what you got to do in it. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about the song "Hardest to Love." This is, whether it's out of context or in context, it is what it is. But when it comes to dating and relationship situations, your experiences allow you to, unfortunately, if you're not being a critical thinker and you're not trying to learn from your experience, well, I won't say learn from, you're not trying to learn, but it's like you carry that baggage into the next thing, innit? So you end up becoming hardest to love. Despite what my take is on love in terms of when it comes to dating and relationships in general, it's not about love, it's about survival and stuff like that. So essentially, when it comes to being hardest to love, or you're finding someone that's hard to love, it's because of them feeling traumatic. You understand? They've had traumatic experiences, so I say. So now it's about trying to find ways to, make it seem easier for them. And the best way you can do that is by you being you. So what I mean by that is if you click the link in the description box below, where it says become a member of the Computer and Trust, you will get access to online courses such as roles and relationships. And that's where you're going to learn how to develop yourself as a pure feminine woman. If you're a woman watching this, and if you're a man, you're going to learn how to develop yourself as a pure thoroughbred alpha male. Now, why this is important? It's important because it's important you to know your position and play your position. When you play your position well, yeah, there will be no clashes. You understand? There may be a few minor clashes here and there, but essentially, if you're doing your job and that person's doing their job, even if you, from your perspective, you may not see that they're doing their job, you're doing your job. That's all that matters. So at the end of the day, whatever you're doing, you're going to increase your karma by tenfold. And whatever they're doing, they're going to increase their karma by tenfold. So it is what it is. And plus, in that course, you learn how relationships and dating actually work in general. So that's another bonus. But anyway, back to the album. I don't particularly have a favourite album. I don't particularly have a favourite song. I did have to skip some of it from, started listening to it from Scared to Live. And then I had to skip it again after another song. It's just, I don't know, like I said, I went into this, listening to this album with expectations, thinking it's going to be like an R&B thing or a, yeah, so it just wasn't that. There's probably like a couple R&B tracks on here, but other than that, I just thought he was trying too hard, or everyone around him that made this album were trying too hard to appeal to the commercial world. And you see the difference between Michael Jackson and The Weeknd, yeah, I hate to make comparisons because people really do it anyway, but like with Michael Jackson, it's not like he had the proper intentions to try and appeal to the commercial radio or anything like that. He maybe, I could be wrong, because I might have to come back and do another review or something, because if I listen to his interviews, you never know. But like, he basically, like, his sound it transcends genres, if that makes sense. So yeah, he does have, you know, the New Jack Swing type of rhythms. He does have R&B. He does have soul. He does have what some would call commercial and pop feel to it. But it's like, and he is the king of pop. So it's like, at the end of the day, what is the difference? To me, he wasn't even trying to appeal to be commercial. He was just doing his thing. And if it sounded perfect to him, literally, if it sounded perfect to him, he would put that out. You understand? He would try and release that album or release some songs. So for me, I feel like with this album, After Hours, I genuinely feel like it just sounded like he was trying too hard. To me, I'm giving this album a 2 out of 10. Yeah, a 2 out of 10. I do, like, don't get it twisted. The Weeknd can sing, bruv. He can sing. Like, here's the thing. I knew I forgot to mention something. You know, what's this brother's name? Oh, fucking hell. It's a Scottish don. It's a Scottish guy. I did Lewis Capaldi. Listen to his album, and then come back and listen to this album. The link to this album is in the description box below. The difference is, even though I did go into this album with expectations and Lewis Capaldi's album with no expectations, to me, I'm going to say that album sounds completely better than this album. Now, whether that's because I went with unexpectations with that album, I don't know. But I don't think he was even trying. I think he's just making music. With this guy, I think he's trying too hard. And it doesn't really suit his vocal abilities. I just think he could do better. Anyway, so the link to the album is in the description box below. Anyway, if you've got any questions or any topics you'd like for us to discuss on the videos, leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.